I'm really excited to do it. We haven't done a card reading in a while, so I'm looking forward to pulling cards today and channeling this energy. The full moon this season is in Leo. And when I think of Leo, which is so funny that I have my hair like this, I think of big hair, I think of big energy, I think of all the confidence on the earth. Okay, it's just like it's giving. I'm here. I have arrived. Like make way, make things, make it right. Okay, um, and there's so many other qualities of Leo, and I'm excited to tap into this energy. So, of course, when we talk about the full moon is an optimal time to reset. Okay, so we are just refreshing. We are releasing what is no longer serving us. We are um, channeling the energy that supports us to align with the version of ourselves that we want to be. Um, re reviewing. Okay, we're reviewing those things that are like, all right, this is something that I did this season. This is what I want to let go of. This is what I have learned. These are some things that need to um, unfold, come about. Whatever it is. I'm not gonna do that because I haven't even cleared and set the intention yet. Um, but yes, I'm consulting the ancestors today. We're gonna tap in with them. Like, let us know what we need to know, okay? I'm going to be referring to our full moon spread here that we have on our residence. I'm not sure what to call it, to be honest, y'all. But anyways, yes. So I'm going to be referring to this deck, and I'll be pulling one tarot card and one oracle card per section or per question, just so we can get like affirmations for each one. I feel like that'd be quite a bit, but I think that's what we're gonna do. So, where are you in your life right now? Where are you in your life right now? The Magician came out like literally on one, just as I started to get into this flow. I like to break my cards up. That's the best way for me to shuffle them. So, yeah. Where are you in your life right now? Okay. And let's consult the goddesses. What y'all got to say? Who is coming forward with the affirmations to let us know what and where we are in our life right now? So this is a collective reading. As you can see, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this because it has been a time. It's been a moment, and we are on the rise. I'm already in the midst and in the flow of this full moon energy, and so you know, it's just an optimal time. So we have actually a few cards. So the first two cards that came out for number one, where are you in your life right now, are the Magician and the World of Fortune. I mean, Wheel of Fortune. I see that and I thought about the world. So where you are in your life right now, like you're using your gifts, okay? You are completely alchemizing your reality. You are using all the tools and resources that you've been given, and you are seeing this balance that is going on. So, once upon a time, you may have seen things like from the lower half or the more bad perspective, but you see that there's no good, no bad. You are understanding that there's this full cipher that's happening, and what goes around comes around. Everything that is good has its bad. There's this polarity and there's this dynamic that's going on within your reality where you're very understanding of the essence of experience that you're living. We have worthiness, Atete, worthiness. She says, I matter. You have Marie Lavoie, good juju. She's letting you know all you do is win, honey. All you do is win. And then you have Jumbi, mask. I'm ready to take off these masks. I'm ready to remove these masks. And so maybe we were stepping in this light where we were, um, you know, posing to be someone else or pretending to be like someone else or whatever. But this season, you're showing up all like 100% you, and you are utilizing your resources, utilizing your gifts. That magician energy is. A lot of people can say like, "Oh, the magician is tricky." You know, you are manipulative, but there's actually another way to look at it, and that's why I feel like the Wheel of Fortune like presents this opportunity to, you know, see things, see the good and the bad, see the ups and the downs, you know. And the magician is not just, it's not a tricky person. The magician is utilizing what they have, using their resources, and not just seeing things as why does this word never come to me? It's like as it is, at all be all, like it's like I hear that, but like I feel like that's not the word, like at all be all, or like that's just it, you know, that all be all. I don't know. If you know what it is, let me know in the comments, because I think this is the second time that that statement has come up, and I don't know what the actual phrase is. At all be all. I'm not sure, but we'll get into this next part. The next one says, what do you project, or how do you project yourself to the world? It's a two-part question. How do you project yourself to the world? And then what is your truth? What is the truth of your relationships in your life? So how do you project yourself in the world? How are you coming out like, this is me? And the first card that came out was King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is sitting on his throne. He's like, yes, I have all that I need. It's giving Taurus energy. It's like, yes, I'm taken care of. I'm at the house eating. Like, you trying to come over or not? Nah, probably not, because I'm good. I'm chilling on it. You know, so you project yourself like, you know, I'm grounded. I'm good. I'm covered. Okay. And then how? Let me see exactly how the question was worded. What is the truth of your relationships in your life? What is the truth of your relationships in your life? You've manifested your relationships. The truth of your relationships is that you ask for every part of your relationships that you're experiencing. And the beautiful part of that is like you pick, you choose how it manifests, you choose how it unfolds. It's everything that you've dreamt of. It's everything that you ever asked for, whether you realize it or not. That's the truth of your relationships. Your truth is that you have envisioned this life, you have manifested this life, and it is truly everything that you could have imagined. Now, if you are experiencing in your relationships and you're like, girl, like, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Just because your relationship isn't quote unquote ideal doesn't mean that you didn't manifest it, right? We're flowing in celestial alignment. So everything that you are in contact with is in alignment. You flowing in alignment. Every relationship, every experience, every place, thing that comes into your life is flowing in alignment. Okay? Nice. I'm loving the flow of this already. We have, what is blocking your desires, okay? So what are those desires that you have, and what are the blockages? What is it that you may be thinking perpetually over, that you're like, oh, I really want to drive this car, but you're telling yourself that you don't deserve it. You're telling yourself that you're not worthy, okay? Or whatever it is. Y'all, this is the most abundant, prosperous, overflowing reading I've done this year. And we still haven't even made it to 2025, all right? Some of y'all might go over your heads, but anyhow, this is the most prosperous reading. We have Ace of Cups, okay? What is blocking your desires? What could be blocking your desires is, I mean, to me, I'm seeing this overflow. Now, you are overflowing in this Ace of Cup energy, but what may be blocking you could be a few things. It could be that, emotionally, you are seeing yourself as this version of yourself in the past that used to have blockages or not had enough flowing in. Maybe you didn't experience enough support that you anticipated, and so what may be blocking you is like, oh, you don't believe, you don't realize that you have this overflowing cup. But honey, you overflowing. Oh, your cup is runneth over, and everything and everyone that is encountering you, that's experiencing you, is receiving the blessings from your overflow, from the waterfall, the puddles at the bottom, you know what I'm saying, of your waterfall, not the puddle, but the pool, okay? You are like gushing with blessings and love and abundance. And so we have live out loud. Yasigi, live out loud, okay? I want to say she says, I'm ready to be seen and heard, but I'm gonna just confirm. I'm just gonna double check what she said. I am ready to express myself fully. I'm ready to express myself fully. Don't limit yourself and don't stop yourself thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna do this slide on. I'm gonna just give them a little bit. Like, if you don't go all out, just go full out on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had this show, I had this performance, and what was I doing? Oh, I was like exaggerating like the end, and I was like exaggerating this movement, and she was like, you're doing too much. And I was like, I'm not doing enough. No, you aren't doing enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I'm doing too much. It's simply like, this is my purpose, I'm moving on purpose. And so I'm putting that energy, I'm putting that effort into it. I'm living out loud, honey. Like, there's no need to do a slight, you know what I'm saying? Because we're showing up all the way. So the blockages is maybe you telling yourself like, I'm gonna just do a slide on, I'm gonna just do it easy. But no, it's like, get into it. And so this next one says, what do you need to do to overcome those obstacles? And this here, where we talk about we have the Knight of Pentacles and Three of Cups. Both of them combined is saying to celebrate your wins. Like, again, live out loud, get into that vibe, get in that energy. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Like, you need to surround yourself around people that are celebrating you and hyping you up and saying, yes, let's get it. Like, let's do the most. Let's be exaggerated. Let's get loud, okay? Let's get loud. That is what you need to do to overcome those obstacles. The things that are holding you back, the things that are blocking you from your desires, are those people in your mind, in your head, that you are allowing to occupy space, that are holding space, that are just there to allow you to be docile and dormant and just like, it's just enough, doing the bare minimum. Like, no, I don't care if there's 2 people out there watching me. I'm gonna go all out. I don't care if there's 0 people in the room right now. I'm giving my all. And I'm not just giving it to y'all, I'm giving it to myself. Like, I am showing up wholeheartedly, living out loud, living in my purpose, doing me, and I'm joyful and I'm happy because this is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. And so I am sharing this with people that are celebrating me, that are in alignment with the next level, with the next flow that's coming in. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't allow the people that have seen you in your growing stage, in your seedling stage, to make you think that that's still who you are. Like, no, you are fully blossomed and growing and have completely evolved, and now you're unrecognizable. Like, when you go to a family reunion and they're like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since you was this big. Like, no, I'm not that big anymore. Like, look at me. You know what I'm saying? So you're showing up and you like, I'm here, okay? That's the energy you show up with. You are you're here, okay? Present yourself. I'm having so much fun. So anyhow, so yes, being around those that celebrate you, that is what you need to do to overcome those obstacles. Being around the celebration. Like, I can say that, like, when I started this competition, doing a dance icon competition, I was so nervous. I was so like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know. And I only had like 2 A counts to dance on this video. But what did? I did what made me feel good. I Went in, I put makeup on. Mind you, I don't always wear makeup. Obviously, y'all have been in Purity's videos. I don't always wear makeup, but when I do, it is to project this energy outward that I know that is within me, right? Like when I'm performing, I need you all the way in the back, like way back there, all the way at the top. I need you to be able to see my face. I need you to know what's going on all the way back there and fully experience like the person that's in the front row. And that's just from a performance stance. But even on virtual in a video, like I was so nervous. I was so like nervous is the best word. I felt so nervous because it was such a vulnerable experience that I was tapping into. It was such a vulnerable space for me to tap into because I mean, yeah, I performed on stages all around and danced in front of strangers, danced and did auditions in front of people I've never met before, biggest names, smallest names, whoever. But doing it for the people that were in my community on the internet and expecting them with the hopes that they would vote for me, mind you, nobody has to do this, but I'm like, I'm gonna just put myself out there, right? I did it, and I was like, this is what's gonna make me feel good. I have to dress myself up. I have to do the things. I gotta wear the clothes that is appropriate for this movement, and I did that, right? I did that, and so after doing that, like I got to see and connect and be celebrated by so many people, and witness myself being from day 1 to day 10. We're actually on day 10 today. Be celebrated by my community, being supported by my community in them voting, and seeing the benefits of me living out loud and just going for it and say, hey, I'm about to do this competition. I need your support. And being confident enough to just go for it. And every single day showing up and say, hey, I need y'all to vote for me again and again and again. 10 days straight, let's do it, and being and connecting with those people that are like, yo, I've been voting every day. I wake up, I do this, and I vote. Like gratitude, right? So because of those works, right? Because of those works, you are projected and you're seen as this king of pentacles, where you're very grounded and it's given this energy like, oh, you're not even bothered, right? But no one really sees what goes on behind closed doors. No one really sees what goes on in your mind and behind the scenes. But you can't allow the behind the scenes process and the journey to get you so tripped up that you don't make it to that next step, to where you're actually supposed to arrive to, and stopping you from living out loud. And so you have secrets revealed. You are unveiling these things that have been waiting for you along the way, right? You are unveiling these relationships that you have been yearning for. You are unveiling this version of yourself that you probably didn't even imagine that you would be, right? And so this card, like what it's telling you and encouraging you to do to overcome those obstacles is to really connect to yourself, but connecting to the divine. Her affirmation says, I am connected to the divine, okay? She says, you don't know what you don't know. Your creator, ancestors, angels, spirits, and ascended masters are whispering to you. This is divine intelligence. Pay close attention. There are things you do not let yourself see. Allow yourself to be guided. Choose your own path. Okay? So take that how that resonates, all right? Because I've certainly said a mouthful. All right, on to our next card. What can you do within yourself in order to help achieve those goals? All right, so what can we do within ourselves to achieve those goals? We have our goals, right? We have our goals set and locked in. What is our intention? My goal is to elevate my business. My goal is to really reap the benefits of the work that I've put in all these times, all these years, There's so much that we've done, and, we think, okay, I've done it. Now this is it. Like, this isn't exactly where I thought I'd be. But now it's like, no, figure out what else you can do within yourself, okay? So we just talked about connecting to the divine. We have that. So now, what other exercises, what other resources and practices can we implement into our like internal experience, you know, within us to attract and achieve those desires, those goals. Okay, so what can we do? What can we do? Find balance. Find balance and harmonize with the universe. Become one with this experience. And when I see this card, I instantly think like, there's somebody that's like, oh, but I don't have enough, fill in the blank. But what if the deadline and the timeline and whatever, and the universe is like, listen, if you don't find balance and connect to me, connect to yourself, dish and let go, discard of what's no longer serving you, discard of the distractions, cut down the time of how much you're doing this, and cut up the time of how much you're doing that, and put forth that energy towards your goals, period. And it's a matter of finding balance, okay? It's a matter of finding balance. You are, you know, ebbing and flowing with the universe. You are in this juggling state. Now, when you juggle, like, I'm sure somebody and anyone that's ever juggled didn't just start off like perfect, right? It takes repetition, it takes practice, it takes consistency, and it takes discipline and discernment to, or discernment, yeah, but that's not the word I meant. It takes discipline, self-discipline to put forth that energy to arrive to that goal, to that desire. Like, you can't just expect for that vision to unfold in your lap just because, oh, I want to be a golf player. I thought golf and I thought basketball. I thought I want to be a professional singer. I want to be a professional dancer. I want to be an entertainer. I want to be an MC. I want to do all these things, but it's too hard. You gotta try. First, you have to try. You have to want it enough to do something to make a difference. You have to implement those routines and practices to make it happen. Okay, my goal has been to elevate my business and get out there and reach more people. I want to apply for more grants. I want for more people to hear my voice. I want to make more revenue. I want to receive residual income. What do? I share myself on the internet. I am more vulnerable than I ever been. I allow myself to voice my opinion. I allow myself to voice my voice and share those thoughts, you know? Like, there's so many things that I think and say, and I may see it and say it in front of people here and there, but if I don't make it available for those around me, that overflow, there's an abundance, and people around me are like, oh, this is so good. Like, oh my gosh, this is so great. But like, that's not enough. Like that, there's more people that need to hear this voice. There's more people that need to hear this message. There's more people that need to experience this goodness, because that's what I'm here for, right? It's more than just like my 2 or 3 little friends, okay? Like, nah, y'all, like we all here for it, right? Anyhow, we're finding balance, right? We're finding balance, and we are learning, like, what can we do within ourselves? What do we need to do? What affirmation do I need to be saying to myself so that I can reprogram my DNA to realize how magical I am? How great am I? You know? Because a lot of times people can tell us like, oh my God, you're so good. Like, I love this, but we don't believe it. We don't believe it until like we believe it, right? Like, we have to integrate that within ourselves. We have to have that like full connection, full integration. Okay, there's this full integration that locks in. Okay. So we have Fearless Love, Oshun, and we have Medusa with Rage. Wow. We have this duality situation, right? I think this is so funny that both of them came up because I feel like these are two opposite ends of the spectrum. It's a matter of finding balance. there is a lot of times where people are either in a flow state and they're very like, I got this and it's good. And then you have the other side where people are so scared, they are so upset of what is out of their control. And at the end of the day, if we really looked at it, none of it's in our control, whether you're in the flow state or not. The beautiful side of when you get to the flow state is that you are finding harmony with how the universe is guiding you into your experience. Again, I said in a previous reading, like there was a time where we our village was so tight and so locked in that it didn't matter what someone said they was gonna do to us or me or you or them because we had each other. We were locked in, right? Like it didn't matter what someone said they was gonna do because we had our community, we had our village. And so it didn't matter. And sometimes we have to tap into that sacred rage to really like ignite that ujima, like connecting the dots and like linking in and locking into that like self-determination, that communal like the social economics, like truly like letting our ego down, letting our walls down, our previous hurt or somebody said or somebody did, like lay that to rest. Because that's not gonna serve us in our journey ahead. That's not gonna support us where we're going, right? Where we want to go. And so we have to choose to take ourself first. We have to choose to make those internal decisions. We have to choose to make those adjustments within ourselves first, because otherwise we can't expect anybody else to do it for us. We can't expect someone to bring harmony and, oh, could you bring the balance? Look, somebody said to me one time, they were like, you're such a good person. I was hoping that if you were around me long enough that it would rub off on me. My bro, I have never heard something so wild, because just like one of my yoga instructors said, he's like, you want to get fit, but you can't sit up and watch YouTube videos of somebody working out and not do the work. You can't just sit there and look at them. You can't look at an NBA player and be like, yep, I'm going to play. I'm going to go hard. But you did not one time pick up a ball. You didn't one time like practice your handles. You didn't practice one time to try to do anything. You just watch videos. Or, you know, you want to run your business and you watch a hell of videos about Shopify, but what steps did you take? Did you open an account? Did you navigate the site to try? Did you take a picture of a product? Like, did you try? Okay, maybe you tried and it was too hard. Maybe some blockages came up. Maybe some obstacles came up. Okay, but did you try again? Okay, that's the way we gotta find harmony. We have to overcome those barriers. And so our next thing is, what can you learn from the outside world, others, to help you manifest your desires? Again, I just said that. You can learn all day. You can take notes. But what could you learn from the outside world? What could you learn from the outside world? There are other people around you that can support you in achieving those goals. And again, you can learn. Make sure you take your notes. But then when you take notes, make sure you take action. Okay? You have to take the steps. You have to make something happen. Oh. These guys wanted to come out at the beginning, and here they are. This right here, all right. You have to get your mind under control. Again, with King of Swords. And the moon. Oh, wow. Okay, so this one right here, this is a whirlwind, because a lot of us are in our head. A lot of us are in our head, but we're really hard intuitives. We really naturally, like our gut and our heart knows. We already know like what path and direction we need to go in, but we let society tell us, oh, I gotta think about it, I gotta map it out, I'm thinking, I think I can, I'm thinking. And your thinking is not getting you anywhere. You are just thinking, you're not taking action, you're not taking any steps, you're not moving. You're so afraid that you might fall over. You're so afraid that things are gonna be like tragic and challenging. And they will. They will be challenging. Nothing worth experiencing is ever easy. Like you shouldn't just like expect something to just be handed to you. If it is, your ear should be raised. There should be some question marks. Like, you have to put in some work to receive, to receive. Period. Okay, I'm not even gonna extend that. But this one right here, Ten of Swords, she's like, everything's okay, but you don't believe it. You don't believe that everything is fine. You don't believe that everything is good. And that is the main issue. You have to, again, connect to your divine, do your meditations, get into your Jupiter lab, get your stretch on, journal, you know what I'm saying? Take your time and dive into these experiences. Because if not, you're gonna be a wreck. You're gonna be in your head, and you are so get out of your head, okay? And King of Swords, like, funny because the King of Swords is different than the Queen. Like, the Queen is like, go ahead, come on. Y'all all right? Okay. The Queen, you good? Oh gosh. Okay. I'm gonna call her. Dang it, my decorations. But what you can learn from people around you is, you know, to not be so naive. Maybe is the thing. Like I said, the queen is like, go ahead, come on up, but she got her speculation. She's like, I don't know, and she's holding her sword like, alright, we're gonna see. But the king is very closed off. He's got his legs crossed. He's like, I have my locked in state of mind. This is it. And then so this one is interesting because the moon is very much like it's there's this flow, there's this free flowing opportunity to just like connect to the moon, be free and like, you know, get in your vibe or whatever. But then it's also like letting us know like to be aware of your surroundings, you know. Be aware of your surroundings. Like get tapped in, okay? Get tapped in and don't just let your guard down. I feel like things just have to crumble a little bit. Like things have to transition, rebuild, start over. Because it's like something has to like shift and shake you a little bit to transition. Okay. We have giving and receiving. My aunt, again, balance. There's balance being restored. When balance is in place, like some things have to fall off the scale, right? We think of a scale, right? You may have one thing that is weighing it down, and you have another thing that is, you know, either it's, you know, and so sometimes like this may be too heavy, and so you have to like get rid of a few things so that you level it out, right? That is the call to action. You know, give and receive. Give a little bit. You know, give your time to something or someone that is, you know, moving and flowing in the direction in the way that you desire to move in. Because then in fold, things will start to look a little bit different, right? Take a little bit of things or people out of your life that you normally would have in your presence so that maybe we can have some transition, right? Okay, let's get into the last part. We have our projected outcome, all right? What is our projected outcome? We have gone from the magician. We've gone from the magician. We have the magician and the wheel of fortune. That's like, all right, we have all of our resources. We're using them head to toe. We're using all of our skills. We have our sword. We have our pinnacles. We have our wand. We have our cups. We're tapped into our emotions. We're using our thoughts, but not too much. Okay, we are grounded and connected to the elements of the earth. And we are tapped into our emotions. We have the emotional intelligence to, you know, forgive, forget, or connect and give grace, or, you know, pour into our community, as it says here. We are choosing and making decisions and creating our own reality, and we're grounded in that, okay? We're not allowing anyone, we're not allowing anyone to shun us or make us be quiet, okay? And we're unveiling ourselves. Like, honey, we have come to the next level. We played this game, and I went. Let's imagine real quick. We play this video game. I think about Crash Bandicoot, that little animal. He's like a fox, and you run. I used to play that game all the time, and there was this one level where it was like a jump, and there was like a little preparation you had to get, but you had to have the momentum to get there. You couldn't just like slow down when you get between the rocks. You had to like know where the rocks was gonna be. There was like a thing, like a mask that came through or something. And then I remember playing this game on this level, and I kept crashing. I kept hitting at one point. I was like, all right, this one time, I was like, bet, all right, I witnessed, this is what I need to do. I have to get more momentum. I have to swing through and make that jump so that I can get to the next checkpoint. Because otherwise, I'm going to keep coming back to the same checkpoint over and over and over. So I'm like, bet, that's what I need to do. I need to go through, get through this checkpoint. This is how I do it. Boom, 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 double tap, hold, run. Did it, right? That was a huge like pivotal moment that I learned how to strike balance. I learned how to utilize those tools. I learned how to use that controller in that moment to say, all right, this is what I need to do to get through this challenge, right? This is the same thing. That now you unveil a whole nother level. You unveil this new point. You unveil a new checkpoint. Now you don't have to go back past that checkpoint that you kept stuttering over, right? Once you made it over that hump, it's like boom. You go to this part and when the thing and it's like da-da, and it unveils and it's like new prize. And it's just like if you play any type of game, whether it's a phone game or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. You unveil and you unlock those new experiences. And then when you get there, you start to balance because now you have a new schedule. Now you have new phone calls coming in. Now you have new responsibilities. You have new experiences on this level. So you have to experience, fearlessness. You're experiencing fearless love. Ray, she said, I am allowed to feel my feelings. Like my feelings are worthy, okay? They are worthy of being felt. Period. And so anyways, the projected outcome is strength, okay? We are here with the lion. We are talking about this full moon. I love this because this is very much like similar energy, okay? Let me bring that in close for y'all. Yes, okay? So we have the strength card and we have truth. She said, I'm ready to know the truth. Like, tell me the truth, okay? You have this duality, you have this as above, so below concept, and there's heaven and hell, all right? Again, it comes back to balance. It comes back to knowing the truth, like tapping into your inner truth, tapping into your true self, tapping into your inner lion, your inner lioness. A lot of times, okay, we learn how to tame the lion. We learn how to tame the beast, but we also can bring the beast out. We have this opportunity to turn the switch on and off and however we want to move it. And so this is your projected outcome. You are living in your truth. You are moving in your vibration. You are manifesting your reality. You're pouring from your overflow, okay? You're living out loud. You know what I'm saying? You're letting your voice be heard. You're expressing yourself fully. You are unveiling these new maps and places. You are giving and receiving, okay? It's so easy to give, but don't forget to receive. Ashe? So that is it for today. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for joining in on this live. Thank you for tapping into this full moon reading. If something in this video resonated for you, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. I'd love to keep the chat open and have some creative conversation, dialogue, what's going on, what things are manifesting in your life, what things are you letting go of. Affirm those things in the comments. I love leaving comments on YouTube because I'm a fellow YouTuber. I like to watch other people on YouTube as well. And something that I love is when they invite us to talk about things in the comments, because what happens when you leave it in the comments, it's like a timestamp. And you have a chance to come back on this video and you can see, oh, I did say I was letting that go. And here I am 2 weeks later, boom, let go on a new level, okay? So that's the energy I'm inviting you to, okay? Peace and love. I'll see y'all next time. Ah.